Isn't it comical that the Democrats in Texas have fled to Illinois, Chicagoland, where I'm born and raised from, where I'll be filling in on Friday from? Look at the look at this great example of how gerrymandered Illinois is. Let's look at one district alone, that infamous finger going up and across the state of Illinois. Oh, there's no rigging there. Nah. How about this next one? These are several other districts. You'll see the finger one coming up across the state in like neon blue. Look at the one at the top in the middle that is like a crescent coming all the way around. Actually, no, the light blue one that comes. It's all rigged. Look at that bright blue one though in the middle, purplish blue one. That is district. I can't read. It's too small. Let me see. District 14, 11. No, no, no. I can't even count. You see some of them snake all the way around, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. 17 is the one that is a disgrace. That's the one I'm looking at. 17, and then another one that comes all the way around is 14. I don't know. It's a disgrace. There you go. It's rigged, and there's your uh, Illinois Democrat Party rigging it. Now they're acting shocked. Big Boy, as I like to call him, BOI, Big Boy Pritzker. Uh, by the way, they're hiding out at a Hyatt Hotel. Pritzker's billionaire fortune comes from the Hyatt Hotel chain. Here's Big Boy on the Colbert Show.
If you're considering doing a little more redrawing in Illinois, you already have some crazy districts in Illinois. Take a look at this. Look at 17 here. It does that. Then it comes up here and it sneaks around there and goes all the way up here and then goes right over there like that. And look at this one, kind of goes whoop up there. It's like the stinger on a scorpion down here. Is this common for all states to do?
We handed it over to a kindergarten class and let them decide.
Okay.
Boy, did he stick his foot in his mouth there. You got to love this. Great comms.
And that's the nonpartisan group that does this
Absolutely.
for you guys?
That's our independent commission, you know. That is, yeah. I mean, look.
So because
now you have, this woman's taking the cake. State Representative Jolanda Jones telling us that it's called redistricting for dummies. Step 1, redistrict. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, the Holocaust happens. Ah!
And then integration happened and everybody thought they accept us. They don't accept us. They are showing us who they are. We should believe them. And we better have the courage to stand up. Otherwise, we will fall for anything. And in this country, we will be defeated, deported. I mean, we will lose all of our rights. And if you think it can't happen, it can. And I will liken this to the Holocaust. People are like, well, how did the Holocaust happen? How was somebody in a position to kill all them people? Well, good people remain silent. Or
Don Lemon. That's Don Lemon with Jolanda Jones saying it's the Holocaust. Don Lemon.
Good people didn't realize that what happens to them can very soon happen to me or somebody I love. And so even if you made it, man, you have an obligation to help people who can't, because God forbid they end up targeting you and your family.
What is this woman doing? What is she saying? How do we get to the Holocaust from redistricting? Take me there. Show me. I'm trying to take the journey with you. Now I need some help down here. Let me do that again because it's so much fun. Now I need some help down here. Let's see. Oh, gosh. You know you're getting your butt handed to you, as John Cornyn is, from our state, what do you call it, Texas State Attorney General Ken Paxton. When what's his name, Cornyn comes out and sends a letter. I sent a letter to the FBI demanding they investigate. I demand the FBI go to Chicago and arrest the Democrats who fled Texas. John Cornyn, when I got to DFW 15 years ago, John Cornyn, my producer back then, who I love dearly, it's been a long time. He's a teacher now. He's been a teacher for 10, 12 years now. When I first got here, he said, Chris, John Cornyn is a joke. John Cornyn will do this. Actually, when a flashpoint controversy that just zings goes, you'll see Ted Cruz that night. You'll see Ken Paxton. You'll see Governor Abbott that night, going nuts. For a week, you won't hear anything from Paxton. Shh. And then a week after, we've all been debating on talk radio for a week. Governor said something a week ago. Ted Cruz said something a week ago. Then he'll come out and go, I think this. And we're like, dude, we haven't talked about that for a week. We already went nuts about that a week ago. Where have you been? Well, I've been doing this. So John Cornyn, in a desperate bid to try to keep his seat, which he will not keep it, now is demanding the FBI go after the Texas Democrats. He knows he used to be a Supreme Court justice in the state of Texas. He knows that a civil warrant is not going to be enforceable by the feds in Chicago. He says, "Well, state lines. It's a civil warrant. It's not a criminal warrant. I want them honored. I want them to happen. I wish Texas DPS could go into Illinois and some of the other areas where they fled. The Democrats have fled. And by the way, I'll play some audio for you tomorrow. One of the Democrats in Massachusetts rallying with Texas Dems said they fled. They are fleeing. So they are fleeing, they are afraid, and they are running scared. That is not fleeing is not fighting. Fleeing is not fighting. Fleeing is not fighting. Okay, this is not this. Okay, we got that lesson? I'll teach your kid boxing lessons for $1,000 an hour if you want, but you probably won't want them. So that's that, and then here we go. The nonpartisan Princeton gerrymandering project. Nonpartisan Princeton gerrymandering project gave Illinois an F rating. They gave them a geographic feature also of an F. Wall Street Journal said the result has been districts that have often been nowhere close to compact or contiguous, two criteria traditionally applied for nonpartisan designs. Just 3 of 17 districts in Illinois are represented by Republicans in a state where Trump won 44% of the vote. Only 18% are congressional seats held by Republicans when they represent 44% of the entire vote of the state of Illinois. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. Oh, my favorite thing is Governor Gavin Newsom. He beclowns himself with this tweet. This is so awesome. He says, red states, he goes, okay, cool, I can do that. Red states with 0 Democrat House seats. And then he goes on, he says, North Dakota, South Dakota, Alaska, Wyoming. There's only one congressman in North Dakota, South Dakota, Alaska, and Wyoming. There's one representative. You can't gerrymander when there's only one. He wants the one Republican holding the seat for the whole state of Congress. There's 2 senators, but one congressman. He wants that one congressman to be forced to turn into a Democrat. He wants them to get fired and put in a Democrat. That's his way of re-gerrymandering. There's no gerrymandering. It's one district. It's it. One. How does the count do it? 1. That's it. There's no 2. Okay. We are being told that Trump is racist because he is deporting brown people and black people. That's all he's doing. Well, here you go. 56 Irish nationals, 56 Irish illegals deported. 43 have been deported already or are scheduled for deportation. 35 males, 21 females arrested. What I love is the stories here. Check this out. This is great from Breitbart. One of the men from Donegal lived in Boston for more than 15 years, was deported to Ireland for over the weekend, less than a month after he was detained by ICE by immigration for violating his visa waiver. He is the father of 2 American-born children. Look, you're tearing families apart. He's the father of 2 American-born children, anchor babies, aged 9 and 10, the former owner of a small construction company near Boston. Look, he's not a criminal. He's paying his taxes. You're just deporting him because he's brown. No, he's Irish. Aye. Here's a 69-year-old man, another one named Morrison. Obviously, he's a person of color. Morrison, very, very Hispanic and or African-American or African name. He leans on a cane. He's had several strokes. He says this, there's nothing we can do to stop them from deporting me to Ecuador, South Sudan, or wherever. It's really gotten insane here. It's crazy what they're doing now, the Trump administration. You know what I mean? Hey. So he is afraid that Trump's going to do something like, I mean, what's he afraid of? Going to what? I don't know. Rwanda? 250 illegals are being shipped to Rwanda, where they will be approved. When those that are approved will be provided with workforce training, healthcare, accommodation to support jumpstarting their lives in Rwanda. Their new lives in Rwanda. A new car. Myanmar. No, but a new life in Rwanda. Ooh. Giving you the opportunity to contribute to one of the fastest growing economies in the world over the last decade. Hey, who wants to sign up? Hey, can I go? Okay. Anyway, the Trump administration, under its immigration crackdown, is now trying to force him to leave the country, says an 82-year-old illegal from Ireland. 82. Trump administration now trying to force him to leave the country by cutting benefits to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. He says he won't be able to afford the medications he needs to manage a heart condition. Once that happens, it would cost me $4,000 to $5,000 a month to pay for it. I can't afford that. I'll have to go home. Yes, get out of here. This is not your home. You're doing it because I'm brown. No, dude, you're Irish. You're white. This is great. Here we go. Why did we defund NPR and PBS, NPR, and the publication? What was it called? The Public Broadcasting Corporation or something like that. NPR posted a July claim that ICE arrested an illegal migrant in California because, quote, she has dark skin. The illegal migrant's brother insisted they assumed she was Hispanic. They took her. It's the racial factor. You caught us. Oh my gosh, we're busted. Excuse me, allergies. Now, let me continue on. I'm having the what's it called? The Speedway Slammer. Speedway Slammer. So, it's near the Indy 500. It's between Indianapolis and I don't know what it was, Fort Wayne or something. The Speedway Slammer. That's so freaking great. I used to make up stupid names with my daughter and my son when they were little, and I'd throw them around in the bed. We'd be wrestling, like fake pro wrestling or something, and I would make up names on the fly. I'd be like, the Anaheim Ant Bite. No, I would pitch at him. Or the Colorado Cow Bite, which is like you grab the back of the calf, and you grab it like that, you cow bite it. All sorts of stupid names. The Philadelphia Flyer, you throw them across the bed. Vice versa, and then it was so much fun with those things when I was little. So we made up names like that too. But the Speedway Slammer, okay? And I love this. When you win the Indy 500, you drink a big jug of milk or whatever, right? So I want them to have to drink a glass of milk as they come in and get it checked into the Speedway Slammer, unless they're lactose intolerant. Then we can give some kind of a what's that called? Lactose-free milk or whatever. Okay. Good stuff, guys. Very, very, very good stuff. What else do I have for you? Let me go do this. Howard Stern is possibly getting canceled. If he's lucky, he'll do another year or two, but they're basically saying we're not paying you what you want, and you're 71 and you want $100 million for 5 years. So, but I want to say this. I was one of his biggest fans earlier on, and way earlier on, like 20 years ago or something, or 25 years ago, I don't know. And his whole shtick was, I'm not going to cheat on my wife. I'm not going to do anything where I'm touching or doing. And so he got to the edge, and but he was married, and everything that he stood for, and everything that who he was, the moment he left his wife, he was a fraud. And even then, I was not an authentic Christian, but even then, I was repulsed by his being a fraud. And once he left his wife and married a hot model wife, and went to California and LA, he became something. He once he divorced his wife, he became something that he railed against. He's a grand hypocrite, and he's become this cloistered, super leftist, perfect for LA, rich celebrity, liberal. He never leaves his compound, and is what the Daily Mail says in this report. His career fell from having less than 20 million listeners a day to figures fans believe now are as low as he went from 20 million to 125,000. That's like, what is that, 1/100th of what you used to do? He predominantly broadcasts from his home over the past 5 years, citing fears of COVID. He is a coward, and he is super woke. He said, if woke means I can't get behind Trump, which is what I think it means, or that I support people who want to be transgender, or I'm for the vaccine, dude, call me as woke as you effing want. Yeah, it's really sad when you're super like this, when you were the antithesis of it before, and then you're proud of this, and you don't realize how embarrassing what you do is. And that's why he can get all these massive celebrities on that'll kiss his butt. He interviewed Joe Biden. I saw a clip of it, and he could barely talk, and he was like doing all the show for him. Howard was. What a sad embarrassment he has become in that regard, really. So and the man has unbelievable talent. Oprah Winfrey and Rush Limbaugh were my 3 people when I was growing up listening to radio, not knowing I was gonna go into radio. Those 2 were my favorite, and I was proud of being these polar opposites, one conservative, and, I loved Rush, and then the other one is, liberal and racy for sure, but they both had God-given talent. Whether they utilized it properly, particularly Howard Stern, obviously is obvious, but, and then Oprah, who, became her own god in her own image and worships herself. "Oh my gosh, am I on the cover of my own magazine? Oh my gosh. Oh, look, the magazine coming out for Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's me again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh." Popra, as my gay brother-in-law calls her. Oprah. Cincinnati, let's go to Cincinnati. Holly, the beatdown victim, speaks for the first time ever. Here she is.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all of the love and support. It is very humbling that you have sent your prayers, your blessings. It's definitely what's keeping me going, and you have just brought back faith in humanity. Uh, so God bless you all, and thank you. Uh, I appreciate everything that you're doing for me and my family. It's been very, very hard, and I'm still recovering. I still have a very bad brain trauma. Um, and it's thank you, everyone.
She did nothing to be beaten horribly, punched in the face. I showed her the bruises the other day in my podcast from Monday, I believe it was, and they're horrific. A woman who went out to have celebrate her friend's birthday party in the business district in Cincinnati, um, did nothing wrong from all reports, and was beaten to unconsciousness, punched in the face by a grown man. What do they say? You a grown ass man, and you're punching a woman in the face. Um, so she has brain trauma, some severe brain trauma. She's been in the hospital twice so far. By God's grace, and let's see, I have her fundraiser up here at Give Send Go, and I've tweeted it out. You can see it on my Twitter feed at Chris Crock Show, CHRISKROK. Last time I checked was in the middle of the day. It was 539 grand. Now it is up to 566. So she's going to hit $700,000, about 650 when it's all said and done. If not 750 or 8. And she deserves every penny of it. God bless her. I'm so happy that happened. And yes, I know that Charlie Sheen donated 1,000. By the way, for somebody of Charlie Sheen's stature, I know he's not an A-lister per se, but dude, come on. I mean, a grand's fine. I don't mean to be rude, but dude, come on. What about 10 grand, 20 grand? Come on. But nonetheless, so here's one of the things I want to share with you though. The Cincinnati, when they had that press conference 2, 3, 4 days ago, whatever it was, who came out and spoke? Here's your cultural, disgusting, racially charged, race baiter culture that's destroying the city of Cincinnati and rotting it to the core from within. Among those at the press conference, Breitbart reported, was Iris Raleigh, a consultant to the city manager for the collaborative agreement as a member of the Cincinnati Black United Front. She recently drew backlash for comments made during a Facebook podcast in which she stated he deserved it, all of it, from the beatdown. She claims it was taken out of context. She now says she considers herself a target. In other words, I'm a victim. I'm playing victim. Perfect. Say vile things and then claim you're the victim. That's exactly what good liberals do. Holly has previously been made controversial statements on social media, calling white Americans the biggest terror threat in the United States in a 2015 tweet. Yeah, we're such a threat. Here we are 8 years later. What are we doing? In fact, the people that you're defending now have beaten the hell out of some white people on the streets of downtown Cincinnati. Anyway, it's not going to change her mind. She's a fool. She's a biblical fool. Continuing on. Also speaking at the press conference. Again, this was the City of Cincinnati press conference. So these are the people they put up there to speak. Some seriously broken, racial aggrieved bottom dwellers. Also speaking was a quote unquote pastor named Damon Lynch III, who challenged why the mugshots. He challenged why the mugshots weren't taken of white individuals in the incidents. I don't know, because their faces were bashed into unconsciousness and they were rushed to a hospital. You want to book them for what? For being beat the hell out of, almost killed? What a fool. He says this is racial because it's unequal justice. Yeah, so if somebody beats the hell out of you, almost kills you, it's bad to have them rounded up and arrested and put in jail? What a sick man he is. He says he argued that one of the white victims should have been arrested because he didn't walk away. It's hard to walk away when you're being beat the hell out of. In April, this pastor, quote unquote, this fake pastor, as far as I'm concerned, publicly supported DEI initiatives and claimed the country is mainly controlled by white people. Really, what are you gonna say next? It's also controlled by Jews? I'm sure he thinks that too, how sick that is. Councilwoman Victoria Parks, that's the congresswoman who said they begged for that beatdown and it was great or something of that nature. She deleted that post, but she still stands by it. I saw that Jesse Waters from Fox News sent his assistant, his henchman, whatever that guy's name is, I forget. But he's at her office. I will tell you about that tomorrow. I'll get you some audio if you missed it. So that's fantastic, though. 5 suspects have now been arrested. And this, the fifth thug is 38-year-old Patrick Roseman, taken into custody Monday afternoon by FBI in Atlanta at the Atlanta Metropolitan Major Offenders Task Force in Fulton County. He was hiding like a little boy child, little baby child, in Atlanta, where I used to work as a talk show host. And my daughter was born. She's 19, just turned 19, and in fact, she was born at the baby factory, which they call that. At the time, it had the most births in the country of any hospital. Fulton County, North Fulton County. In the northern Atlanta area, the baby factory. Everybody knows where that is. It's at the perimeter. For those of you who know that and live there, great city. I loved my time there. Anyway, so that's what we got, and I've enjoyed it. We laugh, we cry, we sigh, we moan, we blah 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 blah.